gentlemen. Welcome to Ball Up Top, the official sports show for everything regarding women's hoops and women's basketball. And this is brought to you by Women's in Sports Network, aka WINS, the first show off of the network that we are debuting. We're super proud of that. I am your host, Mr. Sixth Sense, and without further ado, let's talk ball. This is episode 1. By 3 or 4, I'm going to need a co-host. So if you're interested, reach out to us. I'm definitely looking for a co-host or 2, actually. That'd be really dope. If you can talk ball, you can get on the show. So for this first episode, I want to cover about a tweet that I saw regarding 3 notable high-profile players in the Women's NCAA Basketball League, Hidalgo, Juju Watkins, and Paige Bueckers. And the tweet basically said, start, bench, cut. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's actually really tough to pick. Me, personally, I was going through the quotes, through the tweets, and I saw a lot of people favoring Hidalgo, and then a lot of people saying you got to flip a coin whether it's going to be Juju or Paige. And for the most part, I definitely agree with that take. Me, personally, I'm just get this out the way. I want to start Hannah, and then between Juju and Paige, that's a little tough. We're going to dive into this and see where we come up with at the end there. But let's get started with our first pick, our starting PG, Hannah Hidalgo. She has been absolutely tearing up the NCAA this season. Only listed as 5'6", but very much a big dog on the court, coming from Merchantville, New Jersey. Shout out to Jersey, just over the water. She's been getting it done on both ends of the court, on the offensive side and on the defensive side. She is absolutely electric. She is must-see TV. And like I said, if you haven't gotten to see a game of hers yet, I highly encourage you to do so. As of right now, she is averaging 24.2 points per game, 4th in the nation. She was 2nd in the nation majority of the season, so she's been up there in terms of her points. This is not the highest that she's averaged all season. And then she's coming in still at 3.7 steals per game, 4th in the nation again, but she was 2nd with 4.1 for majority of the season. So she definitely gets her hands on the ball, gets out on the break. Her and Olivia Miles is an absolute show when those two are on the court together. And all that success has led to a Notre Dame record of 25-4 overall, and they're 16-2 in the ACC, and they are definitely sitting first on top of the ACC as well. At the time of this recording, she has been named the ACC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, becoming the 3rd player in ACC history to win both in the same season. She has had standout performances against Juju Watkins, USC, and Paige Bueckers, UConn. Notre Dame played UConn December 13th of this past year. Result was 79-68 Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo stuffing up the stat sheet with 29 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. Paige Bueckers, respectively in her own right, having a 25-point game for herself. And when Notre Dame played USC as well, again, Notre Dame came on top. Score was 74-61. 24 points, 8 assists on the night for Hannah Hidalgo. She is an all-around player, again, only coming in at 5'6", but playing like one of the biggest dogs on the court. She's scrappy, she is feisty, she gets the crowd hyped up, she excels on both sides of the ball, obviously on the offensive side, on the defensive side. When she gets those steals and starts the fast break, it is just a nightmare for other teams, and that's something that you will be dealing with literally all night if you don't protect the ball. She is an efficient bucket getter. She is shooting 40.1 from 3 as of today, and she has shot as high as 43.5 from 3-point range as well. So she can definitely shoot at a high clip. She can hit you with the mid-range. You do not want to let her blow by you because she is going to get to the basket. She's going to have her way, and it's going to be a long night for the other team dealing with her, Olivia Miles, Cintron, and supporting cast. Hannah Hidalgo is scary, and that is for damn sure. I have them favoring to take the whole thing. I'd be highly surprised if her and Olivia Miles were not holding up the Natty this year. I'd be really hard-pressed to believe that they don't win it all. But we'll see. And we're definitely going to cover that too as well, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so now here comes the hard part where you say, do you bench Juju and cut Paige, which is crazy to say, or do you cut Juju and you bench Paige? And I definitely like to say this as well. It doesn't matter who out of any of these 3 girls that you start, cut or bench, that you can put them in any combination and it works. Honestly, you don't get a bad pick out of 3. Not at all. So Juju, she is 2nd in the nation right now, was previously 4th. Hannah Hidalgo used to be 2nd, but now Juju has upped her points per game right now to 24.4. 6.7 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 42.8 from the field, 33.7% from three, 26-2 USC record, the best USC record in years, literally. So her impact has been nothing shy of extraordinary. 17-1 in the Big Ten in conference play as well, and of course they're sitting first in the Big Ten, just like Notre Dame is sitting first in the ACC. Juju has a huge size advantage, being 6'2", perfect to excel in multiple positions. Mid-range specialist, her mid-range game is filthy, but she can also play in the post as well. She can back it down. She can hit you from the three. She can pull up from three. She can get out on the break when she gets the rebound. She is scary because she likes to get out on the fast break, push the ball, hit you with that Euro step to the lane, something that you really just can't even stop. It does not matter. It's her game. She can do whatever she wants. Everyone out there is just a cone basically to her. She's very scary, and the scary part is she is only going to continue to get better. Continue to be a better playmaker, continue to get better at finding her teammates, continue to get better at playing off the ball as well. She has a bright future WNBA star, and very excited when she gets to the league, but going to enjoy the amount of years that she still has left being in college. She's only a sophomore, so we get 2 more years of Juju Watkins. She is definitely going to break a lot of records, and she is definitely going to solidify herself in NCAA women's college basketball history as one of the best to do it, especially in the USC program. She's already solidifying her name in that regard. And when it comes to playing against her counterparts in this conversation here, Juju Watkins and USC did take the W over Paige Bueckers and UConn December 21st of this past year, 72-70 USC. It was a gritty battle. Juju Watkins put up 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, all-around sensational performance. Paige Bueckers in her own right had 22 points on the night. And now let's get into our last player, Miss Paige Bueckers, aka Paige Buckets. She is sensational as well in her own right. Scores the least out of the 3, only at 18.6 points per game. But we'll talk about why she only needs to average that much. 4.5 rebounds, 5 assists. So she definitely averages the most assists out of the 3. That's noted here. And then she averages 2 point steals per game. And then she's very efficient from the field, 53.4%, and shooting 40.8% from 3 as well. Standing 6 feet tall, another big guard, can do a lot of things on the floor, very versatile, leading her team to a 28-3 record overall, 18-0 in conference play, and then of course UConn sits first in the Big East, all players respectively leading their teams to first in their respective conferences. Paige Bueckers, she is known as the playmaker. I would say that she is the best playmaker out of 3. She's got court vision, she's got passing ability, she gets very physical on the play as well. She's only getting better at that because of how team-oriented and how balanced the team is, where she doesn't have to score as many points. It's easier for her to take the load off on that. And I've seen that myself when they played Louisville at the Barclays about a month or 2 ago. Paige basically sat out for most of the 4th quarter because UConn had such a big lead that she didn't even have to play that much. But when she was on the floor, she definitely went out there and got hers, showed all the facets of her game in terms of the passing, the playmaking, the scoring, getting to the basket. In that regard there, you have very much a well-balanced point guard who can do all the things that you need a point guard to do for you. In terms of who I would bench or cut between Juju and Paige, I would probably bench Juju, and honestly, I'm going to cut Paige. And it might sound crazy for the reasons that I just gave, but me personally, I am a bigger fan of Juju's game. I love that she's a scoring guard. She gets out on the break. She's just filthy in terms of her array of moves that she has for you. And I just think that she is the just better player, in my opinion, in regards to the 2 here. Paige has been through a few injuries, which are a little concerning. Of course, like I said, you can't go wrong with any of the 3 in terms of whatever category you put them in terms of start, bench, cut. You could absolutely start Paige Bueckers. I don't think anyone would disagree with you on that part. So there you have it. Between the 3, Hannah, Juju, Paige, who would you cut? Who would you start? Who would you bench? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for tuning into this first episode, and we will have more for you guys in store. Thank you for watching Ball Up Top. My name is Six Sense, and peace.